Hi guys, Chelsea.
Hey guys, Chelsea here from LaLa Farm.
Okay. Hey guys, Chelsea here.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, Chelsea here from LaLa Farm. Today we're going to be making Mississippi pot roast in the Instant Pot. The idea for this video came from Deb's Way. This is a recipe that's incredibly popular in our family. I'm literally making this meal 2 or 3 times a month. It's very simple. It's just a handful of ingredients, and making it in the Instant Pot is quick and simple. The first thing that I like to do is take my meat. This is just a beef chuck roast. Each piece, I'm making a double batch since we have 7 people to feed. Each roast is around a little under 3 pounds. This recipe to just make for one would be one of these 3 to 5 pound chuck roast cut into 3 or 4 pieces, and then we're going to sear it in the Instant Pot. Before I get started cutting this, I'm gonna go ahead and set my Instant Pot to saute. And when that beeps, it'll be ready to start working. We're just gonna cut the beef chuck roast into several pieces, large chunks. Now when we're searing this in the Instant Pot, because the Instant Pot's not big enough to handle all of these pieces at once, we have to do it in a couple of batches. Now I've washed my hands and I've set the cutting board and everything aside. We're gonna go ahead and start searing the meat. To do that, we're just gonna add a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil or any kind of oil you would have into the Instant Pot. And at this time, the meat doesn't need to be seasoned. It doesn't take any time for the saute portion to come to temperature. And we're gonna just stick our chunks of meat in there for a couple minutes on each side. Okay, we've got done with the first batch. I'm about to take the second batch out that was seared. All right, the next step is we're gonna deglaze the bottom of the pan. To do that, we're going to use beef broth. Now, for a single recipe, it would just be 3/4 of a cup of beef broth, and we pour that in and just whisk it up to get the browned bits on the bottom. I'm using 1.5 cups since I'm doing a double batch. This is only to break up the stuff on the bottom, and when we start to pressure cook, it keeps the meat moist. Next, we're gonna put in the pepperoni juice. For a single batch, it would just be 1/2 cup. I'm putting in a cup since, like I said, we're doing a double batch. And we're gonna whisk that in too. You need a napkin?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hang on a second.
What you making? Because that was freaking awesome.
I'm literally making the exact same thing I made last Saturday.
Yeah! I'm good. Making me happy. I am really gross and nasty because I've been out working in rain and mud and cold and chickens and goats all day. And I came in to find my daughter-in-law making my absolute favorite meal. I am really happy right now. Just
Whatever
saying.
we can do. Okay, now that the pepperoni juice is in the Instant Pot, sorry, the saute went off, so I had to turn it back on. That's what the beeping is. We're gonna add in the pieces of meat back into the juice. Now that the meat is in the Instant Pot, the next thing we're gonna be adding in are the pepperoncinis. You can really do this to your preference. Since we're making this and the kids are eating it, I tend to not add in as many pepperoncinis as maybe Rick would like me to add in. So I'm just gonna do about 10 or 15. If you want full-on pepperoni, you can do 10 or 15 for a single batch, and that would be plenty spicy, but I'm doing 10 or 15 just for the double batch I'm doing. The next thing we're going to be adding in are our seasonings, and we're just doing, it's just ranch seasoning, just dry packets of ranch and au jus gravy mix. Obviously, for a single batch, it would just be one of each packet. So those just get tossed in. The last thing we're going to be adding in is butter. It's 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm adding in 4. Then all that's left to do is to put the lid on the Instant Pot. You set your settings to pressure cook or manual, depending on which Instant Pot version you have. And then we're gonna cook it. You can cook it for up to 60 minutes. I do it just for 50. It takes about 15 minutes for the Instant Pot to come to pressure, and then it'll cook for 50 minutes. And then when the cooking time is done, we just let it naturally release for 15 minutes.
Mama.
Got him!
Okay, so the timer just went off on our pressure cooker. You can tell that it's no longer cooking. There's no time on the pressure cooker. It just says low. What I'm gonna do is hit cancel, and then we're just gonna let this sit here for 15 minutes for it to naturally release. After a certain amount of time, the pressure just goes away on its own. And we'll see you back in 15 minutes. Okay, the Instant Pot has been sitting, just naturally releasing for about 15 minutes. The metal seal right here still has not gone down, which is fine. That's normal. That can be normal too. So what we're going to do is we're going to release the remainder of the steam. Uh-oh, get out of the potatoes, buddy.
Why?
Because I want to have potatoes for everybody.
I'm making it. I'm making it good. I'm making it good.
Okay, the seal's gone down, which means it's safe to open. It's depressurized.
Oh, it's good.
Next, after we've taken the lid off, everything's cooked, I'm just gonna take the meat out and stick it into a dish, and the juice that's left, I'm gonna make a gravy out of so that we can put it on top of the meat and the potatoes. It's much easier. To thicken the rest of the juice up, ooh, can you see me through all this steam?
It's because you're hot.
I've got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and we're gonna put that put into this a 1/4 cup of cold water. We're gonna mix this. This is called a cornstarch slurry, and we're going to turn saute mode on again, and we're gonna whisk this into the juice that is remaining from after we cook the meat, and that'll make the gravy. All right, this is starting to get thick, so just gonna hit the cancel button to turn it off. And then I'm just gonna take the insert out and set it with the rest of our food. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you know when we post new content. Thank you for visiting LaLa Farm. Have a good night. Oh, also please remember to treat other people how you would like to be treated.
Good night, guys.